Hello, everybody. Welcome, Penny Band. Hello, Sean, Gary, Spike Sr. We got Kyle Smith. Hello, Kyle. How are you doing? Hopefully your ankle's feeling a lot better there. And welcome, everybody, to another edition on Denise on a Tuesday evening. So how are you doing, Angela?
Doing very well. Looking forward to this.
Right. Hello, Chio Real Sounds. Round of applause for everybody. So I have no idea what we're going to do. So we're going to let the audience dictate everything. Let me click on a button here. There we go. So whatever the topic y'all want to discuss about, Prospecting USA. Nice to see you there. So what'd you have for dinner,
Jean.
Penny Van? Hello, Waltus. Nice to see you there. So, all right. Susan F., Gene Hudson, welcome. Round of applause for you guys. So it is like very warm here, and they're like at 2 a.m. We're going to have some severe storms here in northern Kentucky. It's supposed to be severe hail, winds up to 70 plus miles an hour. So, hey, Chris Adams, welcome. Nice to have you. Round of applause for you, Mr. Adams.
Just to be having that here too in Ohio. I'm just a little bit north of you.
Right. So I didn't ring my bell, so I don't know what we're gonna do. My pendulum's next to me.
I got my runes.
You know what?
I got a new set of runes too.
I don't want to do those. Let's see here. What we got here? Messages of Cosmic Oracle. I kept touching love cards. We don't need no love cards. We don't need no stinking love. So, all right. Let's see here. I better ring my bow. Hold on. I should have done that. I was late to the show. See if I can get this to ring right. I got my stuff cluttered in the studio.
Oh, very nice.
Now, if the dolls jump off my studio, I'm going to die. So, all right. There we go. Yeah, Penny Man, it's the song is still stuck in my head. Don't even call me by my name. David Allen Coe. And Walter says we're getting down to mid 60s in Fort Lauderdale. Well, you probably be wearing a coat then, won't you, Walter? So, oh, ring my bell, my ding-a-ling. I'm a Chuck Berry. So, let's see here. I've used this deck before. All right, everybody. So, what's everybody up to tonight? Any plans?
Oh, Penny, you got snow.
Snow? Where are you at, Penny? Snow? I thought all America was in the 50s or 60s. So, all right. Snow. Third time all winter it snowed. We didn't have much snow here in Kentucky. So,
We just had a snow a few days ago, like 2 or 3 days ago, we had snow. And then it got warmed up to like 60.
interesting. Jean says, planting my garden, picking up seeds today, and we'll be throwing them in milk jugs and out the door this weekend. Interesting. So draw me some runes. You haven't done me in runes in a while.
Yeah.
Let's see what you come up with.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, where's the ring? All right. So I got this one is Ewas, and this is a journey. It represents a journey, like a partnership type of journey. And with the two, it just represent two horses facing each other. So
interesting.
We're launching a journey.
That is
And the next one I got is strength. Feels like you're going to be needing it.
Oh, yeah, I sure do.
And you can even meditate on the rune and ask for its energy. And then when you do ask for it, you picture the rune in red and you say the rune sound. So this is Urus. So it's just a matter of chanting the rune sound. Right, Urus. So just say the sound. And does it give you energy and the support, that strength that it represents. And okay, what another rune draw. Last rune, I get the impression that a lot of satisfaction is in store for you. Like you're going to feel a reward from this journey that you're going through.
Absolutely. Interesting. Prospect, the only thing I've got was YouTube links. So let's see here. The picture of a head is on the body of a chicken. Thank you. All right. Yes. All right. So who wants a card? I got my deck out. Let me know if you want a card. I'll pull a card for you. Any card, any card. They're messages of cosmic oracle cards. They're pretty interesting cards, and they seem like to be kind of spot on. He said, "Scroll up." Okay, I'll scroll up. All right. So who wants a card? A card. Kyle Smith. All right. Let me mark you. All right, Kyle. This is messages for Kyle here. Pamela wants a card. Susan wants a card. Let me mark these as they come through. All right, here. Whoa. Half the deck came out with him. Wow. Oh, Kyle, be kind to yourself. Give your inner critique a vacation day. So get over it. Life goes on. That's right, Gary. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to smash that heart button too, like on TikTok. That helps us. Penny has been perfect here too. Kyle's laughing. All right, prospecting, got you in line. All right, let's mark off. Next up, Pamela. All right, for Pamela here. Whoa, that just, did you see that one?
Yeah.
Now, why does she get the same card? She got the same card. How's that possible? Be kind to yourself. Pamela, what are you going through? Because that literally flew out of the deck. Like it flew. That was not magic. That was not me tossing a card. And I put this card over 3/4 of the way in the deck as I was shuffling. Very interesting. All right, Susan F. Somebody's got some yes and no questions, I feel. All right, here, let me make sure and get a good shuffle here. And this is for Susan F. All right, Susan. Yours is live your life with both feet in. Are you playing the hokey pokey? You're in or you're out. So that's what it's telling you. So what's on your mind? It says commit fully to being here. Interesting. All right, prospecting USA. I know what card he's going to get. He's going to get something about trusting his inner self. Watch.
I keep drawing the same rune over and over again.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, he was.
That's weird. Let's see here. Yours says let your feelings out. So you're holding on to emotions for something. Why is that, prospecting? And it says all of them, even the ones that scare you. That's interesting for you. Let me go to the messages here. I think that's appropriate. You're welcome. I found these cards to be fairly accurate. I tested it with a lot of people. Kathy A, Denise, I got you in line. Wait a minute. And wait a minute. Let's see here. Y'all messing here. Kathy, Denise. There we go. Yeah, they're actually they're pretty accurate. I've tested on many people. All right, here. Something just flashed across my desk. Did you see that?
Yeah.
What was that?
That looked like a ball of light to me.
I don't know what that was. All right. When you find something that excites you, and this is for Denise, when you find something that excites you, go all in, enjoy the ride. So what are you on the fence about? I don't know what that was. That's actually scared the hell out of me, to be truthful. At first, I thought it was a glare off something. Now, my studio light's kind of hitting me. I'll move it back some, but I like a lot of light in the studio. All right, Kathy A. Think positive, because here it comes. All right. What has your inner voice been asking you? You're not listening to yourself. So what are you thinking about all the time? You need to listen to it. I like to know about that, Kathy. I was kind to myself tonight. I had a wonderful seafood Brazilian grill meal with my doctor. Girl, why do you call me? What in the hell? I love seafood. I do love seafood. Seafood. Interesting. A doll? Prospecting, that did not sound appropriate. You better elaborate on that. So, Russell Easterbrooks got you marked for a card. I'll do you next. Angela, Denise wants a rune, please.
All right. I got a new rune set, so we'll use the new one. Okay. So the rune I drew for you, this is right though. This means journey. It's the journey of the sun. It's the chariot, it's supposed to be the chariot wheel. I feel like you're on a journey of spiritual enlightenment, specifically that you made that a goal. And that you're you're on a good path for it. You started out, it's very bright, it's enlightenment. So the next rune I'm picking up for you here is Kenya's, which is your inner guidance, your hidden voice, also the light within. So listening to that. And then the last rune bringing up for you is Algi's. This is sanctuary. This was peace. I feel like you're on this journey of enlightenment. You're going to feel so much more, the spiritual journey, so much more calm, more at peace within yourself.
Interesting. The card for Russell is stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do and let it go. So what are you holding on to? Past guilt? Something that you did years ago or recently, you just can't let it go? Something you said or did? Interesting. All right, next one's for Jean. All right, here, let me mark off. All right, Jean. They said he was saying a doll. So if a doll would have flew off top shelf, hello? The echo button came on. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Denise says spot on, Angela.
You're welcome, Denise.
This is for Jean. Jean, you are too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. Think about that, Jean. Yes. Interesting. Russell, did that card resonate with you? And how are you doing, Russell? They told my wife he was the runt of the litter, so I guess we'll see how the bed he gets, how big he gets. Oh, I got you. Kyle Smith, how are you doing tonight? So it was interesting. I couldn't sleep last night, right? So I was Gary's like, that's Gene for sure. Thank you, Grizzly. Been struggling with that. I'm telling you, these cards are pretty accurate. I did some tests on them, but I couldn't sleep. And I was asking Kelly Joe, I was like, I thought I was seeing stuff out of the corner of my eye. Mm-hmm. And you know how animals have to squint? You know how you try to focus your eyes and stuff?
Right.
And I was like, okay, maybe because I was in pitch black. So I was like, maybe it's just the TV, how it gets light and dark and it throws shadows in the room. And I'm like, no, there's something in the hallway that's moving. And Kelly Joe said it was one of my uncles, my mom's uncles. And it was interesting because you know how you look and it's nothing there and you not look and you're trying not to look and then you see it and you try not to watch it because when you do, it disappears. Yeah, it was pretty wild. It was tripping me out. Hey, Brian Barber, welcome to the show. Round of applause there for you. All right, Brian. Think positive here. Let your energy flow. Why are you stressed today? I don't know why you're stressed. So, Brian, did you ever check your mail? All right. Let's see. Brian Barber here. Oh, that stuck to my fingers. Wow. Just what I said. Clear your mental and physical clutter. You'll feel much better. That actually stuck to my finger, Brian. So, hello, Facebook user. Round of applause to you. Welcome. Gene Hutton says, Brian, amazing show last night on Nanas. Thank you. Everybody saying hello to Brian. Now, pull a rune for Brian. Let's see if it coincides. Hey, Kelly. You want to pull a rune, Angela, for Brian Barber?
Absolutely. I'll pull a rune. Okay.
So, that's why. Okay, go ahead, Angela.
Rune I pulled is Othala. Othala is ancestry, DNA, heritage. I get that energy. I feel like you're drawing on that energy, like you're researching your heritage. Like this is a source of encouragement from you, and a search, like your origin story is part of your story, and that you're searching for that now. And this is something that has a lot of treasures for you in it, for you to look up. I mean, look at your family history, where you come from, and treasure the gifts that's been passed down to you. What I'm getting, and I'll go ahead and draw in a couple other runes just because I want to see what's going on here. So it feels like that you're. This is not these. This is a time where it's like I feel like there's emotional strain, like there's like a feeling of desperation, like where do I turn? What do I do? And then the last rune I get is Feu, which is money. But it's also prosperity. It does have a spiritual aspect to it. What I'm getting the impression of is like you're just feeling stressed, and you feel kind of a bit lost, and like, who am I? And I feel like the answer is just looking back. Like, you can be proud of your heritage and of your family, the gifts and the achievements that they have passed down onto you. And that once you've done that, explored that from a spiritual state, and then you'll have that sense of satisfaction, that peace, and you. All right, it's telling me here that you don't have the stress that you're feeling is not something to really worry about. That everything will work out. It's not as bad as you think.
Interesting. Penny Van, I shuffle the cards, and it tells you to open your heart and let the love flow in. So this represents two things, not necessarily love and that kind of love. It can represent that there's something that's burdened you on your heart that you've been thinking about, or that you need to let things go as well and open your heart and forgive yourself about whatever. So just think about that. All right. Next up
Look what
is
Brian said. Yeah.
What did Brian say?
Oh, Brian said, you have no idea how accurate those runes are.
Yes. Brian, we did one show, Angela and I, and we could not contradict each other. The pendulum, and I mean, I tried, and it just would not contradict. So I really like these cards. Pamela wants some runes, please.
Let's see. Okay, Pamela. Okay. So the first rune I am getting is Kenya's. This might be hard to see. Kenya's. It kind of looks like a over there. Trying to get it on the screen here, but it can't go to the background. Oh, we'll try it this way. There we go. So this kind of looks like a little arrow, but it's what it is a torch. In emergency situations, the top part of the torch would be where the tar would be lit, and then the bottom part would be the handle. And this is the event that you're kind of lost in the woods. But I get a sense that you're searching for light, that you're in a dark place and you're searching for guidance, and it's an earnest search. You're looking for that little bit of light, the little bit of guidance to get you through out of the darkness that you're in. And I'll do a couple more runes and we'll get an idea of what's going on here. So the next rune, 2 runes. Okay, so this is Wunya, which is peace, joy, new beginnings. I'm getting a sense that you follow that light, but you're still looking for that light, but that light is going to guide you. So pay attention to your inner light, and also the light above. And it's going to be a fresh start. You're going to be led to a fresh start. I'm being told that they're only being led to this darkness, which is a transition to something better, to a place of peace, of joy, where you feel refreshed, and you just can't believe how good it worked out. And the last rune is Ing. So Ing was, which is a rune of protection. This is also the rune of the hearth. I'm getting a sense of an actual man coming into your life. After this, when you go through this darkness, you experience that new life, and then a new man comes in. That makes sense.
So Russell, I went and thought about your card. I don't know if this is true or not. So there's some things about your book that I don't want to say you were unhappy about, but wish things were a little different. and you wish you could have gone back and make some changes before. I don't know if you had questions about the publisher. Maybe things would have been different if you'd have changed this or that, or if there were a couple of mistakes. However, it's a great book, great seller, and I think you're going to make that up on your new book. So hopefully that resonates. That's right, Walters. Please hit the like button. And the card that I drew next is for Gene Hudson. It says, clear your mental and physical clutter. You'll feel much better soon. Or that was for Gary. That's who I pulled it for. It was pulled for Gene for Gary. So that's what that was. Clear your mental and physical clutter. So let's see here. Russell says yes. Okay. Sometimes I have to go back and think and try to pick up on your energy to figure out what you are feeling or thinking. And sometimes I can make a connection, sometimes I can't. But that's what I got. So, but otherwise, I mean, nobody knows but you. But just like a painter, right? When you finish a painting, you look at it and you're like, man, I should have done this different, or I wish I would have done that a little more. So I understand. So absolutely, Gary. Like I said, the deck's pretty good, so I can't complain at all. So yeah, Brian, get feeling better. I know will make you feel better. Some peanut butter. Some Skippy peanut butter. I need protein. Good protein. He's laughing. Don't laugh too hard. I don't want to get you sick. Brian Barber, I will echo. Gene Hudson, I loved the show with you last night and everything. Hang in there. I'm sending a couple upstairs to ask. That's right. Rebecca, get the truck. So there's a GIF emoji that I sent Brian Barber. It's a woman covered in peanut butter. And then there's a baby that got into a peanut butter jar and it's all over him. And he's like, ah. So Susan F. wants to ruin.
All right.
So
okay, Susan.
After that, Penny Van wants a rune.
Okay. First rune I pick up for you, Susan. Wunyo. Remember whatever that was peace, joy, new beginnings, fresh start. To me, it feels like I'm getting the impression from this room is like you're in a calm space right now. Like I'm in a place of stability, calm. It's a good place to be in. Get you a couple other rooms, see what else is going on. Okay, so 2 other rooms came out. So next room I'm being told to talk about is Ing again. So Ing was protection. Again, this is stability and protection. So I feel like you're very stable a time in your life. And the next one I'm being told is Ratho. So Ratho being a journey, like you're starting a journey, like a new journey, but it's a journey that you initiate on your own terms. And it's a journey of light. It's a journey of new beginnings. Like I want to explore things. I want to explore light. I want to explore a more spiritual path. Okay. And then who else wanted a rune reading?
So guess who we got coming on tomorrow night show at 7:00?
I have no idea.
Who is the famous people in those movies? Ed and Lorraine Warren. We got the director of the foundation of theirs, Chris McKinnell, coming on. Yes, the grandson coming on our show, ladies and gentlemen. So Susan F. says that's accurate. So I just want to throw that out there. So yes, Lorraine and Ed Warren's grandson will be on tomorrow night.
I met the nephew, the Haunted Collector. I met him.
You're right. Angela, Penny Van wants a rune, please.
Penny Van. Okay. Penny, let's do a rune reading. We'll do the moon runes this time for you, Penny. So, first rune, Algies. So this represents sanctuary, protection. And it feels like to me you're struggling with this. It feels like you're struggling to find sanctuary within yourself and having a hard time doing that. But you can meditate on this rune, Algies. There's a Galder song, which is a chant that goes with each rune, and you can invoke the energy of that rune. There's even a runic yoga where you can actually pose in the rune shape and picture the energy, the rune and red, and chant the song of the Gelder chant and ask for help. But it feels like you're struggling with it. I feel like it's there, but you can't get to it. It's like you can't get to that inner space of peace. The next rune I'm coming up is this one is Gabo. So Gabo is gift, but it's a relationship type of gift, like a give and a take. What I'm being told on this, you can trust that it's there, but it's going to take, there's a balance that has to be struck. It feels like you're out of balance and you're trying to establish a balance. And so you need to trust like your positive and your negative energy and balance those. It's something that you have to work out. It's like your karma is out of whack and you need to balance that. And it feels like, okay, so let's ask what will fix that. So this is Tidewe. So Tidewe is victory, it's accomplishment, but it's also pointing to the North Star, to higher guidance, higher power. And I'm getting that you need to look to a higher power for health and help in this situation to get to that inner peace in here, to find that sanctuary within that you've been striving for, and to forgive yourself, so that you can release some of that karma and then bring in that energy from above. You know, and anything this was karma related, I ask people to, when you say a prayer, ask for the purple ray to come down, which is just, you know, this purple violet light to come down in your energy and just break all those old patterns, and you just feel so much better.
All right. Waltz once runes, please.
Yes. Okay. Penny Dan says 100% correct.
Right.
Okay. What's a rune? Okay. Go ahead and we'll do the moon runes again. So I got Othala. This is ancestry, royalty. It can be wealth, but it can also be DNA, things of that nature. What I get is that I feel like there is some achievement in the past that you're bringing forward. It feels like to me that you've done something outstanding. To me, it almost feels like it's military related. Like you've reached some sort of great achievement in your past and you're bringing it forward, and it's always with you. That honor is always brought with you. The other rune I'm bringing up is Sowilo. Sowilo is inspiration. It's the lightning strike, but it's also a ray of sunlight. What I'm getting is that you've come into a state of this aha moment of great light. Like I'm realizing things, that things are coming together for me, and I'm understanding things better than what I did in the past, because I see things with so much clarity now. The other last rune I get is strength. This is Urus. This is strength. And I feel like you have a lot of strength still left, and that you bring strength forward from your past. Specifically, whatever this achievement was, you're bringing that forward with you, and it's always with you, and you're not going to weaken. It's something that you will always have and always be with you.
Interesting. Yes, Denise, she got me some runes first in the show. She was spot on. It's interesting. And I pulled a card for Waltz's just out of the blue. And it says, look around and find some signs that the universe is talking to you. Mm-hmm. So pay attention what everything's going on around you. That's interesting.
Another one says 100%. I didn't know if that was to your card or my rune reading. I didn't know. You
really want me to read Angela? You want me to flip her out? Angela, you're going through some troubled times. Have faith. Have faith in yourself. Quit second guessing you. And sometimes you need to listen to people that are talking to you, even though that you put up a wall. It's okay. It's human nature. It's sometimes you don't want to hear certain things because you don't want to believe them, which is fine. It's human nature too. Right. But you got to forgive and forget what people has done to you in the past and let go of it.
Absolutely.
So
that's absolutely true.
You're welcome, Waltus. Hey, Barb, welcome to the show. So I got a video to show for Wednesday's night show. It's got Melbourne Ketchum, whatever his name is, the foot guy with Bigfoot. Melbourne Ketchum, is that his name? The doctor?
I guess so.
Bigfoot prints.
My
I
dad
always get their
watched all,
names wrong.
gets all the Bigfoot things. I don't watch a whole lot of Bigfoot
Yeah,
videos.
Meldrum. That's right. So
He
yeah,
did watch something interesting the other night. They talked about
yeah.
in this
Jeff
video
Meldrum.
how
Thank you, Brian.
oh, about Bigfoot's telepathy and remote viewing abilities, and which I wasn't aware of, and that was interesting because he said the Bigfoots were around his house and were watching his house, and they could tell him everything that was inside the house by giving information to a psychic, and the psychic picked up on it.
Well, I'll say this. I don't know what it is, but there is something that we cannot understand when it comes to that phenomenon. That's the only thing I'm saying. So it is very interesting. So is anytime I'm driving to and from, like when I was going to the hospital, as sick as I was looking out in the fields in the woods to see if I see anything, which was killing me. Yeah, well, Melba Ketchum is Bigfoot Dogman DNA. That's right. Thank you, Brian. But I got a video with Jeff talking about something that I think is going to rock the phenomenon in the Bigfoot world. It's because Grizzly's been saying it for over 2 years, but nobody listens to me. It's okay. I'm down with it. But anyways, it's because, he just tells it like it is. So, and I think a lot of people respect his opinion. So, you're welcome, Walters. So, for some reason, I need to get my pendulum out. Does somebody have yes or no questions? I don't know why, but I feel like somebody wants a pendulum or yes or no to something. And if you don't want to ask in the chat, you can send me a personal message. A lot of people do, and I answer that way. I just won't mention your name. So,
And the cryptid, I saw a cryptid once, and it was probably 5-6 years ago, and I was turkey hunting, and I was in a leafy hunting suit, head to toe camouflage, and I was sitting off the main trail waiting for turkey, and I saw something big and black and tall coming through, and I thought, well, that has to be a turkey. It's about 4 feet tall. It must be a turkey. But it come within feet of me, and when I saw the whole body, it was not a turkey. This was a big black cat, and it was not a jaguar, not a melanistic animal. It was solid black, and it was 4 feet at the shoulder.
oh wow.
I never seen an animal that big, and it had very sturdy legs and an extra long tail. And my dad saw one in the 90s, and my grandpa saw one back in the 50s. This same species of animal.
Oh, that's a strong yes, Susan. That was a very quick yes on that. Should I move this year? Yes. So I don't know what you're thinking of or what you plan on doing or what you've been procrastinating. So that was interesting. That fired off right away. So, well, you're welcome.
Oh, Brian's
yes
asking
or
me
no, should I sell my place? All right. Let's see here. Let me get my thing position here. I'm trying to get it where it's up in the air. Ooh, you got a maybe. So what you got a maybe on that? So is there something you need to work through? Work through on before you sell, or you don't want to sell and you're holding back? Pamela, I usually don't do medical, but that's a strong no. So, oh, there has been a delay. Sometimes God will put delays in your path to make sure it's the right time for you to jump and act. So don't get overwhelmed with that, Susan, at all. Yep, thanks. You're welcome, Gary. So it's interesting. That's right, Gene. I'm a firm believer in that. So I've grown a lot of patience since I got hurt. A lot of patience, a lot of spiritual searching and understanding why things happen the way they did in life and what caused things. That's right. Praise God. Oh, you're welcome, Susan. So, but I have. My daughter tells you that it changed my life. I think it did. So, interesting. Somebody else wants to ask a question. I don't know who it is. I'm going to go back through the comments here. Is Kyle Smith still here? Kyle Smith, are you still here? Let me scroll back down. I don't know if he's here or not. I think he's in a different time zone. Getting crippled teaches you a lot about yourself. It really did, Gary. It made me very humble. Made me appreciate life because how close I was to death. And Sydney, welcome. And doing live events. Yeah, Sydney, I do live events. Absolutely. If you got an event, let me know. But it actually made me very, very humble. And and that's when I went on my spiritual journey and took those classes and everything else. So, yeah. So, oh, you're welcome, Susan. Grizz and Angela, good work, both of you. Yeah, Gary, absolutely. So, yeah, Sydney, my Facebook is Grizzly Chris. Hit me up and talk to me. Absolutely. So, you're awful quiet tonight, Angela. Why is that?
Just observing. Just observing.
Oh, thank you, Sydney. Round of applause for you. I'll do that. Yeah, absolutely, Sydney. I do all kinds of events. Penny Van Grizz is the self-prophecy I stated was 9 years old coming to fruition. Penny Van, I'm on a lot of vitamins. No, I don't remember Penny Van. I got a bad memory lately. Oh, I stated when I was 9 years old coming to fruition. Oh, I thought you was asking me. Hold on. See, you made me blush for no reason, Penny. Let's see here. That was pretty interesting. Yes, it is going to come to fruition. So I don't know what your prophecy is. That's very interesting. Oh, you did say fruitation. I was like, well, you laughing fruitation. Ha ha ha. I was really blushing. So I didn't think she said fruitation, but she did. I had to go back and really look. Yeah, you knew it. I thought she was asking me. I'm like, I don't remember. Let me tell you something. So this is embarrassing. So like 3 months ago, I was working doing promos and stuff for the other shows and advertising and send the links out, everything I do and go back and program. And this girl out of nowhere hits me up. She's like, "Hey, I like your videos." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks." I don't know who this girl is. I'm like, "Thanks. I appreciate it." So we do many shows and stuff. And I know, Susan, uh-oh. And so I just kept working. I didn't think nothing of it, because I get a lot of messages from time to time. And she was like, have you seen mine? And I was like, oh no, what do I say? And I'm like, I don't know who this is. I was like, should I know her? And I'm like, I'm really embarrassed. I'm like, well, maybe it's one of our followers or viewers. And you know how they got different names and different apps for social media, right?
Right.
And I'm like, no, I haven't seen any. I was like, I must have missed them. And she goes, well, I think you need to see them. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. And I forgot how she said it. And I was like, what is that? And she said, this is my personal page. And I'm like, personal page? What are you talking about? I'm like, what kind of videos are you talking about? And she's like, it's me. And I'm like, what do you mean me? And she goes, you'll find it interesting. I was like, girl, I'm not that type. I said, I've got a little class. I'm sorry, but not me. I embarrassed her. I didn't mean to embarrass her, but I didn't know what she was talking about. I felt embarrassed. So I'm not hip on all that stuff. No, so Susan, so here's the deal, and this is where somebody asked me on one of the shows about doing this and going against God's word. We are not prophesizing. We are using tools to give you answers to make better choices in life down the road. However, that is being said now, we all have free will. What we give you in time can be changed by you in your directions in life.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you interpret it, what is being brought forth to you, and decisions you make on your own will dictate the outcome. So hopefully that makes sense. So Penny Van says, I know it's coming. It's been coming for years. Maybe it's a warning to change something. Penny, don't like that, sister, speaking 30 more years. Sydney worked on an MP case last night, really threw me for a loop and had a sad resolution. Talk to us, Sydney, or I'll send you the link. You can come on the show and tell us the story. So either way, I like to know more about it. So, and what's an MP case? I'm a little slow, Sydney. Penny Van, I agree with you. I was told to embrace it. I finally just threw my hands up to God. I'm like, whatever, just roll with it. So, but no, Sydney, I'd like to know more about what you worked on. Yeah, so tomorrow night's show is going to be interesting because I got like a million questions, about Ed and Lorraine. Ed and Lorraine Warren, Oh, missing persons. Oh, you do missing persons too? We do too. That's interesting. Yeah, well, I can't say because Angela's here. But I got a case too. It's coming up. I'd love to hear about it. Grizzly, whatever happened to that town with all the deaths? I got to figure that one out, Gene. Yeah, I don't know. That got very hushed on that case. I'm glad you brought that up. So, and there was another one I wanted to look at too. I think it was in Texas where the cop got a phone call that there was dead bodies out in the desert in an SUV, and there were like 3 of them. They got whacked. Nobody knows what the hell happened. That got hush too. That's right, Susan. Give it to God, Penny, and He'll celebrate with your birthday in a few months. That's right. Yeah, Sydney. Anytime you're dealing with that was always, even with law enforcement with minors, kids, and women was always my defeat. So. Exactly, Grizz. My maker has made the path easier. That's right.
Like I said,
Absolutely.
I've been dead and back and
Ah,
had many close calls in my life as well. So I was dead for half an hour on the corner. I came to when the coroner was coming to get me.
that's wild. No, I'm good.
I remember my
So
entire experience too, from passing
a
away and
lot of
going.
people say that. A lot of people say that. So yeah. I've got some Nordic runes I haven't even tried yet. Have you
Oh,
seen those before?
I believe yes, yeah, those are really cool.
Yes, they're like popsicle sticks. Now I don't throw bones. I'm not going to even try that's creepy. Somebody try to get me to. I'm not throwing bones. And I think the people that throw bones are not even reading the bones right.
Oh, so when they want to hear my experience.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
when I was about 5 years old, I mistook a bottle of aspirin for a bottle of Pez candy. And I ate every single aspirin in the bottle. And of course, when you do that, that thins your blood and it can cause bleeding through the stomach. And that's what happened. I started bleeding through the stomach, started vomiting blood. I was rushed to the emergency room. At that time, in the city we lived, they had a pediatric unit in the basement of the hospital. And I was taken in, and it kept hitting me bucket after bucket, and I kept vomiting blood. And of course, when you vomit blood, your blood actually turns black because of the stomach acid. So I was vomiting up this black blood. And the attending physician said to my parents, if we don't get her blood right away, she's going to die. And so the nurse left, and came back, and she was about in tears, and she said, "We have no more blood." And then the doctor looked at my parents and said, "She's going to die." So I went into shock. I mean, I felt the cold, the heat, the extremities, the extreme temperatures changes that you feel when you're going into shock. And I felt extreme cold finally. And he laid me on the table and put a blanket over my head, and I didn't understand why. And I also heard that phone call the doctor made, and I heard him tell my parents, "I've called." He said, "We've never had a child this young die in our ER before." And he said that he called the coroner and that the coroner could be there in a few minutes or be it a few hours. Don't know. And after he had put that blanket over my head, I didn't understand why he did that. And I kept experiencing going through a tunnel, and it was like these cobwebs were in front of me. But I was going through this tunnel very quickly. And then after the tunnel, I could see through the blanket. I could see everything. I could see up through the ceiling, and I see this sunbeam of light shining through the ceiling. And I'm still in my logical mind, and I couldn't understand. Sunbeams don't shine through ceilings. I know that. And then the moment I thought that, I started floating up the sunbeam. When I floated up the sunbeam, I could see all the patients on all the other floors of the hospital. I rose higher and higher until I could see the roof of the hospital under my feet, and I was floating up in the sky. And I seen that I was heading towards an extremely bright light. And I questioned, what is this really bright light? Is this the sun I'm heading towards? And then I look to my left in the sky, and I see the sun, and it looks very dim compared to the light I'm going to. And so it's not the sun. And then as I move into the light, I feel this incredible warmth. There's this love. This is super intelligence is from the light. And I recognize as a source of all good, all creation. And I'm in this light. I'm in this incredible love. And this voice comes out of the light, which is not so much as I hear as I feel. Says your body's made out of small structures called cells. Or people, how you put it, was like your body's made out of small structures that people call cells. And I'm repairing every single one of them, and I'm sending you right back. So I was floating in the light in this incredible joy and this love. And then I did the reverse. I went down the sunbeam, down to the roof of the hospital, down through all the floors. And then I see my body laying on the table. And that was a real shock for me. I didn't have that realization that the body and myself could be separate. I was really taken aback by that. But I lined myself up with my body on the table, and then I heard that voice say, "Get up, get up, get up." And on the third time, say, "Get up," I actually literally leaped off the table. And everybody looked shocked, and I didn't know why. And the doctor asked my parents, "Can I re-examine her?" So he did. He re-examined me, and he said to my parents, not only is she fully recovered, but she is in better health than most children her age.
Wow.
And I had been dead. I had no pulse, no blood, no brain activity, nothing for over 30 minutes.
Wow.
So I've been sent back.
Interesting. Amazing story. Everybody's liking it. And we're going to call a night, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it, and tune in tomorrow night. Thank you, Angela, and we'll catch you on another show. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.